Okay, so now that we've talked a little bit about how motivation works and how people make the choices that they make about where to allocate their resources, where to spend their time, their money, their effort, etc., uh, we need to understand a little bit about, okay, what does that even mean, right? And so here's the thing is, I can't tell someone's level of motivation for a particular task. Turns out I can't actually read your mind, right? So a PhD in psychology, here's a thing I know, I can't read your mind. Now, because of that, I actually don't know whether or not you're motivated to do a particular thing. I don't know where your motivations lie. Now, what I can do is infer your motivations. And what I can infer it from is your behaviors. And so specifically, you make a choice about how to behave, and then I can observe what choices you make. And so here I use the word striving. It's about being the observable manifestation of motivation. This is the thing that I can see. I can see what you're working on. That's going to give me some idea about your motivation, right? Where are you actually spending this time? I can look at the intensity with which you are working on that thing. How much time and effort, especially how much limited time and effort, are you putting towards a particular task? And then your persistence. How well do you stick with it over time? How well do you stick with it in the face of challenge? These are all things that from which I can infer your motivation. And look, you are very familiar with this. You do this on a regular basis. When you say that someone is motivated, right? And so if we talk about the vernacular, the vernacular of our students that talk about someone is motivated, what we're usually talking about is, they're choosing that direction is towards working out or towards doing the military things well. And usually it's with a lot of intensity. They work out all the time, or they're really particular about the rules, and they're persistent. Right? They always follow the rules. They always want to go work out, right? So it's the direction, intensity, and persistence. We can also apply that to other types of motivation, being motivated for other things, right? So someone who's motivated to get good grades, they tend to choose activities. The direction of their activities, the direction of their resource allocation is towards things that are going to get them good grades. And they're going to spend more time and effort there, right? So they're going to the library all the time. They're studying on weekends. They're putting even as much effort, as much resources as they can towards that thing. And then persistence. Even as things get hard, do they keep going, or they fall down, they get back up? That's all part of it, right? And so, somebody told me once, falling down is a choice, falling down is an accident, staying down is a choice. And so that persistence that comes with that shows our motivation. This is how we can actually observe someone's motivation. This is the manifestation of that. So while we can't tell someone's level of motivation just by reading their mind and knowing what their motivations are, we can get an idea from their behaviors and observing those behaviors to get an idea of how they're behaving. So I want to get back to this process though. People have needs, they have personality, they have values, they have self-efficacy. This all helps them to make a decision, to make an evaluation of a particular decision about how they're going to expend their resources. And then they make a choice about how to behave and what to do. And then we can see the observable manifestation of that choice in their striving, in the direction, intensity, and persistence of their striving. This then leads to performance. And when we talk about performance, performance is really a function of ability, motivation, and the situation. If we hold now ability, I can work with ability, right? I can train you. If I give you more training, then performance is going to go up because ability has gone up. And I can certainly change the situation. We're going to talk about both of those a little bit because I can change the situation to give you more resources, etc. And that will also help your performance go up. But in the short term, right? I typically, if I'm thinking about just like the very short term, a lot of times I can't do much with your ability, right? Maybe I can't necessarily get a whole training program in the time that I need you to do something. I can't really do much about the situation. We're in the situation we're in. The only thing I can do to change your performance is to affect your motivation. And then an increase in motivation. And remember, motivation is about the allocation of resources towards performance enhancing acts. When I increase your motivation towards doing those things that lead to performance, that lead to mission accomplishments, now I'm going to see an increase also in that performance. So as a leader, This is why I'm kind of interested in all of this, because I want people to be working on the things I want them to work on, the things that are going to increase the performance of the organization, that is, that are going to lead to mission accomplishment and lead to team viability. These are the things, the outcomes that I want, and it's going to take effort by people. Their choices about where they put their efforts is going to be, in the short term, driven by how motivated they are to achieve what I'm asking them to achieve. So performance is the natural outcome of people's behaviors. And in the short term, if I really want to affect someone's performance, I really need to affect their motivation and thereby affect the allocation of their effort towards achieving that performance.